looks like I just disturbed the cleaner. Somehow cleaned up the Mark II as well. Oh, looks like Dad's been shopping as well. And bought us a new grinder and a couple other little bits.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So if you hadn't already guessed, we're back out working on the Mk1 ST170 project today. While my dad was clearing up the garage, we actually took down these old photos of a couple of cars he used to own. We're going to go a bit more further into detail about some of the cars he's owned in a later video. So in the last video we needed an angle grinder because we failed to get that cradle on. But in today's video we should be able to grind off a bit of that sump to fit the cradle. And then I think we're going to have a go at trying to notch out that chassis leg. So first things first, we're going to get the engine back up in the air again so we can get underneath and deal with that sump. Got the engine on the crane again. We've got the jack underneath just for added support in case anything was to fail. This is the sump in question, so it's already had a bit grinded off it, but we're going to take a tiny bit more off just so we can fit the cradle. So we do have a cutting disc. We've got quite a few of them, but I bought this sanding disc. Uses at work quite a lot, so we're going to give this a whirl first of all because it only needs to be a slight bit taken off of that sump. Yeah, right, we're taking a bit off, so hopefully the cradle butts up now. Not too worried about this swarf getting into the gearbox because that'll be coming off before we fit the clutch and flywheel anyway. It's that bit still. It's this bit. Yeah. Alright, cool. Take two. Right, so jobs are good in. We've got the cradle up in there. We did have these two bolts, which originally come from the old 950 engine, but these are just a bit too long, so we're going to have a scout about and try and find some shorter bolts. If not, we'll just cut these ones down. So we've got all the right length bolts now, and there was actually a third one that we managed to get in as well, which is all good, just means it's that extra bit secure. So while we're here, my dad just mentioned about the old 950 starter motor that we had on it. It's uprated, isn't it? Yeah. And yeah, we just thought we'd test fit it. That's all good, isn't it? Lines up.
Exactly.
So yeah, just another thing that we're test fitting today. The cradle's all buttoned up now. So now we've got the cradle on, thought we'd give it a go and just lift the engine up into the bay. We managed to get one nut on, but the rear is well out. Up the top here, as you can see, the bottom pulley is now buttoned up onto this side. And if we go across to here, you can also see that the gearbox is now buttoned up to this side. So we were right in our thinking that we need to take a bit out of this, and we'll try and have a go at that next.
A few moments later.
Alright, just had a bit of lunch. Dad's got a cup of tea on the go. I've got the old trusty Dr Pepper. Lovely. Just before we mark up the inside bit of that chassis leg, we're going to grind off these three studs that are coming out the gearbox because they keep catching on the section that the lower arm bolts to. Happy days. Right, just going to mark out where we're going to cut out for the gearbox. We've made a couple of small dots already, we've mainly based this on other Mark 1 Fiestas that we've seen. Obviously we don't want to make this too big. Oh shit.
Come on, my ruler.
Was it there?
From the
Down
top,
to there?
yeah, that's
It's slanted, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Sweet, so roughly about that. Might have to take more off, but we'll wait and see. Right, so we followed the lines and also made an incision down the bottom. We're going to try and get it off. We are aware that there's like fins in between the two bits of metal, but we'll just have a go. So we're just trying to be a bit more careful with this side, because I did muller where the engine mount's going to go, but Dad's just got the two pry bars in. Just trying to lever it off gently. Sorted. So I think there was actually a couple of spot welds on the inside, but it's not to worry because we've actually taken this off really nice and cleanly. We want to keep this outer skin for the wheel arch, and we think we're going to get away with the amount of room that we've taken off there. So it's about 1 inch. But yeah, really happy with that. Right, so we weren't going to show you jacking the engine back up, but we managed to get it in on all 4 bolts on them cradle adapters. So the cradle's all on now, but as you can see, the gearbox has been stuck there by the one bit of metal on this wheel arch that we left on, so we're not going to be able to get away with what we were planning on.
24 hours later.
We've come back out in the garage to finish this episode off. We did think we were going to get away with leaving this outer skin on, but we did try yesterday to get the engine up, but it's still, the gearbox still catches on the bottom here. So there will be a big old hole here soon. As you can see, that brake pipe is in the way, so we'll just take off the bracket for that and relocate it at a further date. About all we've got time for in today's video, but I think I'll speak for my dad and myself on this one, but we're really happy with the stage we're at now, and in the next video hopefully we can get the engine really lined up and start to see whether we can tack in that engine mount. Before I finish this video off though, I would like to shout out everyone on the support recently. We've recently just hit 1,300 subscribers, which is amazing and a really good start to 2021. I really do appreciate anyone who interacts, likes or watches the videos. Also, another thing that I've had recently is quite a lot of people message me saying they're doing the same sort of swap to their Mark II or Mark 1 Fiesta, which is brilliant, and they've asked me for more photos or information, and I can provide that for the things that we've already done. But for the things that we're going to be doing, we're sort of learning as we go along, so I'll obviously fill you guys in as we progress through the project. But saying that, if you want to ask me about anything we've done beforehand, then just drop me a message. But yeah, as I say, all the support has been brilliant recently. The Facebook page has got 150 likes, which you guys have been absolutely smashing. That's definitely the place for the more detailed updates on the projects. And my Instagram, everyone's loving it on there, and I'm restarting the Tune In Tuesdays, as quite a lot of you will know. But I think that's enough waffling from me. Remember, if you did enjoy the video, then give it a like. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.